Welcome to the State Hockey Centre for the grand final, the M1 Men's Grand Final between Woodville and Seacliff Hockey Club. We've got a few minutes to go before the start, but it might be a good time to review the season. I'd like to introduce Marty Roberts, Adelaide M1 Men's coach for this year, and he'll give us a quick summary of the seasons, and particularly the finals. And I'm Jamie Holland, involved with some goalkeeper coaching around the place. So Seacliff finished number one, minor premiers, with 19 wins, 1 loss and 1 draw for the season. They scored 92 goals and conceded 19, so a formidable unit. And they're playing Woodville, who got into the finals at number 4, 4th place team, and won 9, lost 11, drew 1, scored 47 and conceded 60. So Marty, how do you see this game panning out?
Thanks, Dutchy. Well, first, what a fantastic afternoon it is here at the Pines. Good crowd building, a lot of excitement going into this game. Seacliff have been the form team all year. As you said, 19 wins for the season. Woodville have finished the year in 4th spot. Have come from nowhere really, Jamie, because they've had an incredible year. They actually lost the first 6 games of the season before winning their next 7 and made their way to 4th position. So they've made a fantastic effort to make the finals. This is anyone's game. Seacliff have been a fortress this year in their goal scoring and their defence. And probably, if you had money on a winner, you'd probably back Seacliff, but don't discount Woodville. They, from 4th position, they won their first final against Port Adelaide in the last 8 minutes of that game. They were 1-0 down going to the last 8 minutes of the game and scored 2 goals to beat Port, which was a huge win for them. And then, of course, last week against the Mighty Peas, they were 1-0 down, got back to 1-1 at half-time, got to 2-1 up with about 2 minutes to go. Adelaide scored 2-2, went to extra time, and they scored in extra time to make the final. So take nothing away from Woodville. They are a tough, resilient team. A lot of experience in that team as well. There's 4 players who have 69 years of experience. So these players, which I'll name now, Christian Underwood, Joe Haig. Well, the game started.
We've got an overhead through to centre back, and they've passed it out to right back. And Gary Zorzik is Zolik, I should say, the umpire at the northern end, has awarded a 16 on the right side of the field. Back to centre back, Polish international Alec Corks, 44 years of age. And the ball goes from one end to the other, and Seacliff are inside the circle. Narrowly missing the left post. So, Marty, we've both played for the mighty Woodville Woodpeckers. It's a bit of a sentimental game, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. Obviously, Dutchy, you and myself have developed our love for the game in our years at Woodville. Ironically, and there's the first corner of the game to Seacliff. But coaching Woodville today is Ori Gasparini. Ori was actually my first coach at the club, under 15s coached, and also coached me in Premier League back in the day as well. Ori has come back to the club this year after a couple of years at Adelaide Uni and Burnside before that, but has spent most of his time as a player and as a coach at Woodville, and is an absolute legend of that club.
And ably assisted by Andy Cowan from the Jenny and Andy Cowan dynasty at the Woodville Hockey Club. So Seacliff shaping up with 2 batteries at the top.
Great save by Bishop, the goalkeeper.
Choosing to lie down on that occasion, Marty. He knew it was coming as a hit. Another circle entry through the right side, and...
Oh, great save by Christian Underwood on the line. Christian Underwood, this is his 20th year playing either Premier League or M1 for Woodville Hockey Club. An absolute stalwart. In fact, I had the fortune of coaching him when he was 15 in his first game of Premier League in '99, and he's still there.
He's doing a great job.
Shows my age and shows his age.
Probably best on ground last week against Adelaide Hockey Club. Lovely ball outlet from Woodville. Through to the midfield, courageous ball. Seacliff rebounding.
Got some space down the line here, Seacliff.
Ben Batts, big unit, looks like a bit of a footballer, and he has the ball just outside the 25.
Seacliff have had most of the attack so far. Woodville defending. Now Seacliff will keep doing that today. I know when we played them the first semi, they love hitting that ball into the circle, those opportunistic type goals, so Woodville need to make sure they're covering that hotline. No doubt with Christian Underwood at the back, they certainly will. Setting a tight press, Seacliff. Great ball. Unlucky to miss that one.
Few early nerves, would you say, Marty? What's it like to play in the first few minutes of a grand final?
Well, Dutchy, we had the fortune of winning one last week in M5 for the Peas.
And what a high quality game that was.
Look, it should have been live streamed, to be honest.
So Seacliff, second corner for the game, really shifting the ball with purpose. Not afraid to go inboard. They're not necessarily attacking through the pockets. They've gone through the top of the circle a few times, so they're not holding back.
I think that's the biggest risk for Woodville today is the Seacliff will always be looking for PCs when they get into the circle. They scored many corner goals through Grover in particular and number 15, who's going for the... Oh, he's missed a trap.
Battery 2 breaks down. Bishop clears to the left-hand sideline.
Good touches already from Bishop. Solid as a rock back there in the net. Great tackle, Josh Kennewell.
Ex-president of the club.
Ex-president, and ironically he's also had 16 years of M1 or Premier League M1 experience. Stalwart of the club as well. Now the players to watch for Woodville today are Michael Bosley, who is number
19, I believe.
19, and Gershwak Dillon, who is number 21. They're both AMs for the Peckers. Gershwak coming for the tackle. There he is.
Jack Dowling, brother of Catherine Dowling.
And that should be a free to... Oh, unlucky.
Dowling tackled from behind just outside, getting a little bit animated there.
Okay, let's see what Gershwak can do, number 21. They probably need to get a forward high now, Woodville.
And Hassan Singh, absolute jet, is coming onto the field. Stayed under 15, stayed under 16. He's made his Premier League debut for Seacliff, and the boy knows where the goals are.
He certainly does. Jamie, I think he scored 10 goals at the under-15 national champs, was leading goal scorer, is that correct?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Player of the tournament in his first under-15s the year before, so absolute.
Oh, here's Bosley,
machine.
Here he goes. Bosley. Strong, powerful player, Michael Bosley. There he goes, he's kept it in. Well done. Michael Bosley actually scored the first goal for Woodville last week against Adelaide, eliminating 3 or 4 of Adelaide defenders from the top of the circle. Super skillful, super strong, can find a goal. Good pressing by Woodville. Oh, they need to stay in the contest there. Great pressure, Bosley.
Jack Dowling.
Oh, well done.
Jack Dowling plays on quickly, brother of Catherine Dowling.
Gershwak weaving his magic. Crowd love him.
Dowling picks it up. It's play on. The whistle hasn't gone.
Umpire's blown it now. Good ball.
Ran Laurent, puts a long ball through and whistles past the far post. But that's the spot to put it. That is discipline, Marty.
It is, and very, very close. No doubt Hassan will swallow the next one. Seacliff have had most of the attack to date. I think that's their 4th or 5th circle entry. 3 corners. And had a couple now whistle past that far post.
If Woodville are to get up, Bishop is going to have a remarkable game in goals. A very athletic goalie. And Hassan has the ball into the circle on his Toma.
Oh.
And again, misses past the right-hand post. But I'm liking the fact that every time they have the shot, they do the disciplined thing and put it across the face of goal.
Absolutely. Next step is having that striker there on the post. So Woodville under a lot of pressure in this first quarter. Been doing most of the defending.
Just a comment coming through on the live feed from Charles Roberts about will the M1 Adelaide team ever win a grand final? Thoughts?
Absolutely. We're building. Thanks for the question, Charlie. Your name's familiar. Do I know you?
Ball goes into the midfield.
Nice
and
turn.
Seacliff get another, probably their 10th inside 25.
Seacliff just building in confidence now. Woodville need to get hold of the ball and keep possession.
Rand Laurent inside the dotted line. Choosing to go backwards, goes right out deep.
Grover. Played Josh. Back to Corks. The Sydney Olympian. Another ball into the circle. Christian Underwood. Now, Nemo, I couldn't pronounce for you his proper name, but he is known as Nemo, the tall player with the tats. My mail is that when he first started playing hockey at Woodville Hockey Club in under-11s, he turned up with a Nemo t-shirt, and they couldn't pronounce his name, so he's been called Nemo ever since. And it's also been a stalwart for the for the Woodville Hockey Club since the under-11s.
So Sam Grover just putting the ball over the right-hand sideline, but interestingly has played 17 years of senior hockey at the mighty Seacliff Tigers, and has won 4 grand finals. So
that's incredible.
A seasoned campaigner.
Absolute seasoned campaigner. And is the rock together with Alex Corks there at the back. Joe Haig with the ball, just defending the circle.
Loren.
So Joe Haig, another stalwart of the Woodville Hockey Club. This is his 16th year of Premier League or M1s hockey for the club.
Phenomenal.
As I said, Seacliff are going to keep doing that. Any opportunity to put the ball into the circle, they'll do. Woodville have to be very mindful of that.
A shout out to those people watching the live stream and commenting on the Hockey SA Facebook page. Thank you for your support. Special shout out to Jack Holland, Brody Gleeson, Charlie Roberts, Henry Bessel, Matty Spano, Leslie Michael.
And the comments keep coming thick and fast. If you have any questions, send your questions through.
Back to Corks.
Jamie and I are very happy.
Kookaburra poisoning out there. He's had a lot of the ball.
He will. He's always their free play at the back.
Grover. Ball goes back inboard. Kennewell.
That's a nice play by Woodies. Pete Redding. Oh.
Courts goes deep. Oh, the ball is still in the pocket. Woodville, this is their first genuine thrust into the attack in 25.
Good, really good to see Peter Redding on the ball. Pete, of course, from the York Peninsula, from a very famous hockey family. Matt Redding played Woodville Premier League back in the mid-90s, and Peter has been with the club since a junior as well, driving across from the Eyre Peninsula each weekend. Now a permanent resident here in Adelaide. Joe Haig with the ball.
Seacliff quite aggressive with their press. It looks like a bit of an offset press, trying to concede the outside, I'd say. But
Underwood, what's he doing up forward? That's a surprise. Good tackle on the top by Grover, it seems. All ball. But good to see Woodville in the attacking 25. Theo Jarvis can play. Great ball to Hassan. And Mr. Reliable Joe Haig mopping up.
Evan Boland just on the ball there with the orange shoes. Interestingly, has won, I think, 5 premiership grand finals for Port Adelaide. Only just come across to Seacliff Tigers this year.
Extraordinary.
Can play.
Can play. Looks like Nathan Woodward with the ball. Haven't seen much of him just yet. But he's obviously a huge threat. Great save by Bishop. Yep.
That ball was up-ish, but the umpire has paid a short corner.
Yeah, I think it was fair on the shin pad.
Jarvis unleashed from about 12 yards out on a deep angle. Great to see Bishop hold his stance and not go into that sort of defensive blocking mode. Pulled off a really good save with the body.
Yeah, he hasn't wavered yet, Bishop, the goalkeeper. But as said earlier, Seacliff will be looking for a PC at any opportunity. Good work by Jarvis to get the shot away and then to earn the PC. Looks like Hassan is lining up here, Dutchy. Grove will probably go in for a hit. Not too sure what Hassan might do. No, he's just a decoy. Left slip. Oh. Whistling past that far post again. Woodville back in defence mode.
Evan Boland standing his ground on the edge of the circle. Harry Lewis getting into the game in the middle. Back to the sweeper, Lewis. Out right to the T-spot to Boland. What a seasoned campaigner. I recall playing against Boland in an M5's final a few years ago.
Did we win that one?
No.
Okay, good defence from Woodville, starting from Joe Haig at the back. Here we got CP Singh. He can also play. Oh, keep the elbows down, CP.
There's some capital comments coming through in capital letters. Jervis, not Jarvis. Apologies.
As in Cape Jarvis?
No, as in service, Jervis.
As in Jervis. Thanks, we'll take any advice we can. Always good to get feedback, Jamie, I find, as long as it's constructive.
So they've got some young guns out there, some young men who are playing representative hockey. So Jackson Deloro yet to take the field, Hassan Singh, and back in goals, the custodian for Seacliff, Mason Hill, who has grown rapidly in height, has played a lot of under-13s and under-15 state hockey, mentored by Mikey Wells, the Premier League goalie at Seacliff.
Oh, unlucky to get.
Hasn't been troubled yet, hasn't had to be involved, but yet another corner.
Yep. The 5th or 6th corner, I think, for this quarter. It's been all-out attack from Seacliff. Woodville required to defend their circle for the majority of this quarter. They brought everyone up to the top of the circle. Alex Corks is up there.
Shout out to the Jervis family watching from Port Douglas. That's pretty good, isn't it? Out to battery 1. And
another one past the far post.
So we'll just watch the replay before we go to a break. Comes out to battery 1, and again, it whistles past their right post. They've called a corner, so it must have taken a touch.
We need to see that on replay again. I didn't see it the first time.
It would be good to go into the break 0-0 from Woodville's perspective, so they've
Regroup.
been dour in defence.
Great save by Bishop again. Oh, another corner's called. Must have caught Underwood's foot there.
A lot of people postulating that
number
it's time
5.
to release Jackson Deloro from the bench. What do you think?
Jackson, he's a big game player. Love the way he goes about his business. He's been a rock in the SA under-18 team this year in Hobart, and in the 16s last year, where he was co-captain of the 16 schoolboys. Oh, and a great finish by Grover. Not sure if it got a touch on the way through, but got a bit of a dip over the goalie's pads. Yeah, just got the faintest of touches off the Woodville stick, but perfectly placed in the corner. Great goal by Sam Grover. Seacliff go to the first quarter, 1-0 up.
They can be soul-destroying, those ones that sort of arc through the air but still find the top of the, or find the backboard. So in that case, just unlucky there for Bishop. He has had a great quarter as their goalkeeper. And Woodville last week went on the counter-attack a few times.
Yeah, Woodville's, well, certainly when they've played us, have been most dangerous on the counter-attack. Similar to this game, last week Adelaide, we defended, Woodville defended for a fair majority of that game. Adelaide had most of the attack, but stung us at least twice out of their 3 goals from counter-attacks. So very, very dangerous if the ball's turned over in the midfield. They've got some strong, fast-running forwards and very opportunistic goal scorers given time and space in their circle. So Woodville are still in this. They just need to keep possession of the ball, get the ball up high, and easier said than done, work on getting those results in the attacking circle, either a corner or a goal shot.
So where are Woodville's chances going to come, Marty? What would you do as a coach?
Well, I think the most important thing at the moment, Dutchy, is for them to get possession. They've been making a lot of intercepts in deep defence, but at the moment probably turning it over too quickly. They need to hold the ball, they need to make space, keep possession. They need to back themselves as well. They need to have belief in each other, which they do because they've shown that, especially through this final series. Woodville are right in this. However, Seacliff, they certainly dominated that first quarter, playing very, very well at the minute.
So at this stage, 6 corners to Seacliff, no penalty corners yet to Woodville. They've been in the circle once, but Mason Hill hasn't had to be involved in the game. They seem to be holding off, so Woodville's press is a little more cautious at this stage than Seacliff's.
Bosie with the overhead, the same way they started the first quarter. Oh. There's that opportunistic type of play that Woodville are known for. Anything can happen, Bosley. Unlucky not to get a free going to the circle, I thought.
Good skills, Jervis. Pops it out wide.
That's a great ball.
What a ball to Boland on the prowl. Little handoff, but back it goes.
And Woodville have got it through Gershwak, and looks like a card's being issued. Word's been spoken to Michael Bosley. Gary Belder gesticulating, something that Michael Bosley may have done with his stick. No card issued. Play on. Great ball. Oh, well picked off.
Jervis to
Back
Boland.
to Boland. Good. Oh.
38 years of age, Boland, still looking as threatening as ever.
Oh. Unfortunate there for the Woody goalies. Through his pads. And a lovely tip in by, did you catch that? Was it Theo Jervis? Got the tip in there, Jamie?
I think it was Jervis, just opportunistic there. The goalie made the first save, but sort of was a little unsighted. It went dribbled down between the feet, and often for goalies, it's a really difficult place to see what's going on. It's with the helmet and the chest plate. So a good save, and it was Bats, in fact.
Bats with the goal.
Ben Bats for the little touch in. Grover out wide, back to Corks. Woodville in a little bit of disarray at the moment. Just got to hold their defensive shape. Boland, this is his third entry into the circle.
Looking very dangerous, Boland. He's really stepped it up this quarter. Getting a lot of the ball, finding lots of space. Woodville just need to keep possession. Seacliff are very, very good at that gang tackle. You notice any time the midfielders get the ball from Woodville, there's 2 or 3 players onto them. Okay, turnover.
Kennewell trying to put pressure on Grover.
That's what they need. They need to get that tackle and counter-attack if they can, Woodville, to get back into this game. Great ball to Jervis down that far pocket. It's a good tackle by No Legs Underwood. That looked like all stick to me. Play on.
It's right back in the midfield, and it comes right back into their defensive half for Seacliff. Courts is having a great game at centre back, just commanding play.
Well intercepted.
They're not afraid to throw the 30-metre pass, are they?
They're not. Especially that ball into the circle. That's their captain, Searle, number 6. We haven't mentioned him yet, Jamie, but he is an absolute rock of this team. One of the leading goal scorers for the team as well. Very, very dangerous given time and space. Christian Underwood at the back.
So the 38-year-old Singh is replaced by the 15 or 16-year-old Singh. And here we go.
Okay.
Seacliff have numbers forward.
Joe Haig at the back, mops up. And there is Christian Underwood again. That's third man. Yep. Thank you.
And Woodville, yet again, resolute in defence. They are fighting this out.
Oh, they are. Don't ever give up on them. They just need to get some clean possession and they're away. Seacliff setting a very tight press. Forcing the turnover. An extremely well drilled team, Seacliff are, with their pressing structures. And that was an example.
You'd expect no less with Dan Mitchell as your coach. I mean, no one probably spends more time on a hockey pitch than Dan Mitchell. Both as a player, but particularly as a coach with Sassy and Hockey SA. A phenomenal young man who does a lot for the hockey community in South Australia and a lot for Seacliff Hockey Club.
Absolutely, and sadly, after a great season in Premier League, was the leading goal scorer in South Australia in the Premier League competition, scoring 20 goals. Ruptured his Achilles in the second semi-final last week against Port, and unfortunately missed today's grand final against Adelaide.
Grover showing all of those years of experience. And lots of room back there. They've really only got one striker up forward in the press, Woodville.
Woodville need a counter here.
They do.
They need to press. They need to dispossess. Yeah, they're the tackles they need to make to get back in this game. Foot. Okay, right side's open. They need to get Gershwak into the game. Okay, here's a chance for the Packers.
Kennewell spins out of trouble. He's through 2 players. They just look a little bit,
Nemo.
Little bit off colour. Here
we
it goes.
Go. Here's Woodville's chance now. There it is. There it is. It's a great ball from Nathaniel Woodward there to get the ball into the circle, but
there's Ben Batts. I think he's a housemate of Matt Morton's, Ben Batts. Looks like they work out together. hits Jervis's foot, but he is a live wire. Looks like he's got a good engine. He's been running pretty relentlessly this quarter.
This is better from Woodville.
Yeah, this is good. Finding some space in the midfield.
Oh, great tackle.
Shave tackle from Bats. Picks it up again. Through 2, through 3.
Good play by Bats. Jervis on the baseline. Great ball. Into Searle. Christian Underwood again. Seacliff continue to pepper their circle. Jervis, like a hot knife through butter, into the circle. Haig with the stoppage. And again.
There's been a few crucial bouncy traps out there for both teams. So these days, we refer to it as 3D skills. There's always been bouncy balls to deal with, but the ability of players to do things in the air with the ball is phenomenal.
Certainly is. And there's Hassan Singh. It's a free outside the circle by the look. First one. Seacliff are pleading for a PC. Okay, they're going to take the free from outside the dotted line. Inside the dotted line. No, the call's been a corner. This is, Jamie, their first corner for the quarter.
It is, and Woodville have consistently run a 2-2 defence. 2 players either side, sort of forming a defensive box. So let's see what they do this time, facing 2 batteries.
Okay, looked like a set play there from Seacliff. Grover faking the hit, getting it to the injector.
Seacliff using both batteries on corners too.
They are. Nice ball wide to Grover. Into the circle. Unlucky there, but onto a foot of the Woodville player, Matt Howe. So, what was the score before Woodville came back last week? Was it 2-2 or 1-1? No, Adelaide got off to a great start, 1-0 up, and then Woodville scored, I think, in the last minute of the first quarter. So we've got Bats and Laurent lining up. Goes to battery 2. That is a great corner variation. Bats unlucky not to get the deflection, clearing the top of the crossbar. Seacliff are continuing to pepper the goals. All out attack. And if you've just joined us, it's Marty Roberts and Jamie Holland on the commentary. We're into the second quarter at the State Hockey Centre of the M1's Grand Final. And it's a beautiful day as it's turned out, a nice day for hockey. It's a great day for hockey, Jamie. Last week it was into the 30s, so a bit of a contrast to last weekend's semi-finals. So obviously this year, the first year that Woodville haven't been in the Premier League for probably 100 years. They're in history. As Seacliff build their attack again. Played Bishop, handy touch there. Still in though, kept in by Bats. Very, very skillful. Great tackle, unfortunately, must have hit a foot there on the way through, but Bats very skillful taking that ball from the baseline through to earn that PC. So with Woodville's temporary hiatus out of Premier League, this means a lot to the club, Marty. It's huge for the Woodville Hockey Club. Their first year in history. They're a long, proud club, but have rallied this year, and great to see them achieve some success, and in particular earning a spot in today's final. Well covered, goalkeeper. Well done, Bishop. Yeah, produced some greats. Herbie Haig, Davey Francis. Yep. Was Deanne Gilbert a Woodville product? At one point, yep. From Port Adelaide, came and played for Woodville. But Bob Haig was the captain of the Australian men's hockey team at Montreal in the 1974 Olympic Games. Has also maintained a contribution to the to the Kookaburras program with his friendship with Rick Charlesworth, and it's his son Joe Haig, number 10, out there playing for Woodville today.
It's wonderful.
In his 16th season at Premier League / M1 level.
...44 years of age, and Grover, and then you've got these young guns.
Like
Hassan, Mason Hill, Jackson Deloro. So it's an exciting grade, M1 men's.
It's a great grade, Jamie. It's you've got the best of the young players coming through, and then you've got players who've played Premier League and have come down to support the development of the junior players who are aspiring to play. Great tackle, Christian Underwood.
Yeah, read that. And Singh just absolutely on fire, the way he can lift the ball slightly.
Now they just need a build-up here, Woodville. They get the ball and just turn it over too quickly. They need to have someone they can give it to out of deep defence and hold the ball. Played Underwood. Seacliff are relentless at the moment with their pressure on the circle.
They have, it's interesting,
mopping up in defence. He's been everywhere in that defensive circle today.
I'd just love to see Woodville get a goal. We saw some really long balls to Woodville last week that were well executed finishes. It would put some life into this game to go into the break.
Well, we haven't actually seen much of Michael Bowes as yet. He's been well marked, but no doubt when he gets the ball into some space, Woodville should come alive. And there's the third goal.
Wow.
Nice deflection into the circle.
So
great variation from Seacliff there.
Boland in the middle. That trick for Bats, I reckon.
Yeah.
He tapped it in.
Beautiful finish, far post, inside far post, goalkeeper at full stretch. Not much a goalie can do about that. But Woodies just need to make their tackles here. They need to stay strong on the ball.
So hard to come back from at 4-0, Marty, and it's only the second quarter. Can Woodville knock one or two in and breathe some life into this game?
If they can get the next one, they're back in it. Because they will never say die. I've seen it in the last two finals. They've come from behind in both those games. Having said that, 4-0 is a stretch. And kudos to Seacliff on the attacking style of game that they're playing. Lots of free players. There's Singh again.
Hits the post. Who would have believed it?
And there's Underwood mopping up at the back.
So Singh showing a much more modern approach. Instead of winding up, he simply fed past it. Nice, firm, flat feed.
Unselfish.
Absolutely hit the post.
Yep. This press that Seacliff are setting, though, is very, very strong. Okay,
Dowling going in pretty hard there.
They need to get a sequence of passes together, Woodville, to get their confidence back.
Just a little bit of disarray here in the connections
that man,
department.
Bats again.
Bats.
Christian Underwood showing his experience and class there, winning the free.
Did he take a dive?
Well, let's put it to the viewers. I'm not going to comment.
That had a little bit of Geelong about it last night, but we go into half time, and I think just a summary, Marty, before we go to a break.
Quick summary, Seacliff have had the majority of possession. They've had multiple circle entries, probably 8 or 9 PCs, numerous shots on goal. A number of balls have gone past the far post, but in the as the longer this game goes, they're making the most of their opportunities into the circle. Woodville, at the moment, they have defended, haven't been able to keep possession more than 2 or 3 passes once they've had the ball. So for them to get back into it, they've got to maintain their possession. and they've got to make sure they get the ball into the attacking 25. Easier said than done. Seacliff have got a very strong defence as well, but Woodville have got to make those opportunistic chances that they're so well known for.
Okay, well, thank you very much to all those that are viewing from home, and we will be back after a short break. Thank you.
So welcome back to the second half of the M1 Men's Grand Final for 2019. Seacliff commanding lead of 4-0 over Woodville. Still plenty of hockey left though, Jamie.
Absolutely, Marty. And we just want to see Woodville have a little bit more verve, a little bit more belief, a little bit more ball speed, because they have the skills and they have the ability to move the ball from one end quickly to the other. We saw that last week. They just need a dose of self-belief.
That's it. They've certainly got the ability, but Seacliff are just running with confidence now. As the rain starts to fall. Oh, lovely ball. Unlucky to Boland, missing that trap.
Leading out on his four
Had plenty of space to run on.
Absolutely.
Up that receive.
So what can Woodville do, mate?
They can score the next 4 goals, Jamie.
Good call. Singh to Boland.
Lovely ball by Hassan Singh. And there's Underwood again.
And isn't this the beauty of the sport? We've got a 44-year-old out there, a 38-year-old, and they're carving up.
There's plenty of experience on offer from both teams today. And plenty of youth, certainly from Seacliff's perspective.
I am wondering if Deloro is injured. We haven't seen him yet.
Gershwin's lurking, needs a tackle here. Oh.
Now this is better.
This is the chance. This is the chance they need.
We have a 2-on-1.
Here we go. Finish. Oh, great defence.
And Mason Hill mops up there. Pretty regulation save. Didn't overcommit, but out it comes down the left-hand side for Seacliff.
Here's the tackle. Nemo. Gershwak. Just need to make more of their chances at the moment, Woodville. They've certainly applied a lot of pressure in the first couple of minutes of this game.
And interestingly, we saw an aggressive press from Woodville. It forced the turnover, and suddenly we had a Woodville attack, all because of the press, the pressure that they created in the midfield.
Absolutely. There's a card being issued. Not too sure what that was for. Woodville got the free still, but...
Woodville going forward again, the
nice
trapdoor.
leave. Here we go.
There was the lovely
Gershwak.
little trapdoor there.
Trapdoor.
Darren Nimke special.
Bosley's free in the middle there. They really need to find him. But Seacliff have brought everyone back into the defensive 25.
And we
They've
have a
won the
long
25.
quite a sense of hope there.
Well, if they're to win this game, we'll certainly get back into it. They have to score in the next couple of minutes. They've got to put Seacliff back on the ropes if they can. Great tackle. Nice intercept, Woodward.
Crowd starting to assemble for the Premier League Grand Final between Adelaide and Port Adelaide following this game. Lovely big transfer, and once again, really only one Woodville player doing the hard running there. Everyone's sunken back.
They need a tackle here, the Peckers. They need to get an intercept. Here it is. Nemo's got it to Gershwak. Needs to hold it. Great tackle. There he goes.
And
Keep the ball out in front.
he has that characteristic
That's his free.
hands close together dribbling style. Very skillful.
Kennewell's running loose on the far left side. There's Bosley. Can he find Kennewell in the circle?
For
Kennewell's
me,
on the far post. There he goes. Unlucky, very unlucky. He's called it for a block. That's a great ball to Hassan in the circle, uncontested. Oh, he's pushed him off the ball, and it's a corner. Almost a stroke. As the rain is teeming down here at the State Hockey Centre, commentators getting drenched. Time for a jacket change.
I'll hold the umbrella, Marty.
Thanks, James.
pretty crucial for Woodville after the good few minutes they've put together to keep this corner out. So interestingly, no one at L1 as yet. We've got 2 batteries, but no one for the left slip.
Grover, that's a great goal. Great goal by Sam Grover. He has drilled that through the left-hand side of the keeper, Bishop. Big fist bump to celebrate from the big man.
And that is actually what I like to call the corridor of uncertainty. It's between the goalkeeper's feet when he's lying down and the postman's responsibility, that 30-40 centimetre band of width that you're supposed to be looking after.
Oh, Bats is having a field day at the moment. I think he's already got 2 or 3 goals this game.
3 so far.
3 so far.
1 to Grover.
His confidence is up.
This is turning into one-way traffic, actually, Marty. 5-0 with a quarter and 3/4 to go. So what can Woodville do? We know they have a fighting spirit. We know they have skill. They just need to keep winning those midfield battles and getting the ball forward.
Hats off to Seacliff though. Every time Woodville have had the ball, have got the ball out of defence, they've been hammered by 2 or 3 players like there. There you go. They're such a good pressing team, Seacliff.
Oh.
And a corner awarded, not too sure why. He tackled outside the circle. He committed to the ball, but it looks as if umpire Zulik has paid that for a deliberate breach inside the 25.
So Dan Mitchell ruled out of the Premier League Grand Final at 6 p.m. So this is his, obviously he'll still be involved with the group.
Could he play in a moon boot though, Jamie? I mean, could you expect Dan just to, you know, run out into the circle with a moon boot on? Opportunistic goal scorer. Could he play on one leg?
He can do anything.
Seacliff corner. Saved by Bishop. Unlucky. Great
And
goal. Great rebound goal.
Lauren, number 15.
Yep.
For goal number 6.
Yep. How's the rebound here though from Lauren? First time Toma, flat. It doesn't get any better than that as a deflection. As Seacliff extend their lead to 6 goals.
Would not be happy.
There goes Bosley. Here's their chant. No, just a bit too high.
Just a tad high.
They're
But
throwing everything at it. And welcome to John Gibson. I noticed that Gibbo is viewing this game. Gibbo has been a key member of the Woodville Hockey Club over a number of years. He's moved to Cairns in Queensland. But Gibbo, great to see that you've joined the list of viewers today. And I understand you've just won another flag in Cairns. So congratulations, Gibbo, for that. And also, about this time last year, you became a dad. So it's all happening for you in Cairns. But great to have you part of this viewing today. Woodville pressing into the circle, cannot find a corner.
And it's moving forward again, but Seacliff have lots of numbers back there in the circle.
Bosie with the ball in the 25. What's he going to do? Loose ball. Kennewell, corner. It's got to be a corner. It is.
And Woodville are in with a chance. Good call, Marty. (6-0). Woodville's first corner for the game, showing some belief in the circle. Couldn't get the shot, so got the outcome with a ball onto the foot.
Now I reckon that Bosie might go a drag flick here. Would be my pick. Bosie for the drag flick. Oh, it's out to Nemo, out the dotted line, and a Toma perhaps.
Slippery conditions.
Oh, he's won the free.
Slippery conditions, but Gary Belder saw something in that. We'll watch the replay.
Looks like Bosie was hurt in that fall. But they've gone the variation. They've brought the ball out of the dotted line, passed it to Bosley for the Tommer from the left. I suspect they'll go straight to Bosley this time. And there it is, the Peckers are on board. Great deflection by Nathaniel Woodward. 6-1 the score.
And
the Woodville supporters have gone wild.
Mason Hill's first involvement. An awkward looking save, Marty, just watching it on replay. Sort of dropped like an ice hockey goalie and kind of didn't put the ball where he probably wanted it to go. Popped back to that hot spot and they did the work to pop it away. And once again, as soon as Woodville press, they get outcomes.
That's exactly right. But just a couple of things about Michael Bosley, that drag flick. He is a player of some class and quality. Oh, great save by Bishop.
Bosley back there mopping up in deep defence.
There he is. Bosley, 2017, Jamie, made the South Australian Team of the Year, Men's Team of the Year. That shows the quality of him. He's only 24 now, so as a 22-year-old, he made the first 11 of the best players in South Australia, and is stuck with Woodville despite them coming down into the Metro grade this season. Says a lot about his character and his loyalty to the club.
Is that Deloro? Deloro up
Deloro's
in the AM
on
position. That is exciting for the crowd particularly.
Hassan's won it. Oh, Jervis. Sideline.
And
got to go sideline there, Nemo.
Unconventional save there. Bishop chose to basically plank on a direct shot, normally reserved for a corner, but nevertheless, they're in the hunt.
That's better possession, Woodville. Spoke too soon.
Third man obstruction.
Right.
Woodville free coming out for the outlet.
Peter Redding is gone as a high striker. Certainly known for his goal-scoring prowess in the past. Can he slot another one for Woodville today?
Did we see a ball go coast to coast last week to him? Was there a bounce?
Possibly. There it is. And as we speak, Redding's got the ball. He's got a runner in Woodward. And there goes Kennewell. Course. Bosley needs a tackle. There he goes. Needs to give it.
Mopping up at the back, in the very back left-hand pocket for Seacliff on the grandstand side. Dowling, industrious, comes through, and Deloro,
and there's that
fresh
man,
legs.
Sing again, 15-year-old.
Deloro, interestingly, is a first 11 cricketer, and the best and fairest for PAC, where his father teaches.
Jervis, Candy, Hassan, Nemo. Well played by Woodville defender and Nemo there. Nemo with the ball, looking for options, finds Underwood. Underwood finds Porsche, back to Underwood. Seacliff have dropped their press back now, just a tad, giving Woodville more time and space with the ball at the back. And that's a great ball by Underwood to Haig. Gerswack, can he find Nemo in the middle? Looking for options. Yeah, that should be Woodville's free.
Oh, and interestingly, Dowling gets the free.
Can't really work that one out. That was straight in front of us there, Jamie.
Brother of Catherine Dowling, Premier League player for Seacliff. State under-21s and under-18s player, or I think under-18s player. Up-and-coming star for Seacliff. And we see that big, reliable transfer from Seacliff with very little resistance. The only person really pressing hard is
great
Pete
open
Redding.
receive. Great open receive. Woodville got a chance here.
Redding chasing.
Hunting it down. just going back to that open receive of Jack Dowling, that was all class there in the midfield. Received the ball under pressure, eliminated that defender with that beautiful open receive, finding the striker. That's better from Woodville. Finding the short passing out of defence, keeping hold of possession as long as they can.
Randall looking a little frustrated, but Redding is really the only person pressing up front for Woodville. It'd be great to see a couple of other people really extend their fitness and help him with the press, because that's where they get the outcomes.
Correct. It's better using both sides of the field now on the left-hand side for the Packers.
Who's this at the moment with the ball, Marty?
That is Porsche, Andrew Porsche. From Mount Gambier. His father is the manager of the Woodville team. He's in about his 5th season for the Woodville Hockey Club. This is better from Woodville. Nice movement wide and into the middle. Oh, unlucky. Turned the ball over. Seacliff continue that double teaming of players from Woodville who are receiving the ball in the midfield. They've been doing it all day, doing it well.
So this is a bit of a 3-quarter press. They're holding off. They're sliding left. And at the moment, Seacliff really free to do what they want. Even going to come laterally, looking to come infield.
Oh, great skills there by 32.
Jameer Dowling.
Jameer Dowling.
He picks it up again on the 1-2. Brother Jack in there being industrious.
Kennewell under pressure.
Kennewell wins the free for an obstruction. Just on the left of the centre of the circle.
Christian Underwood with the ball. Looking for options out of defence. Seacliff continue that tight press.
Mitchell steps onto the field. Being the professional that he is, he's already on the field with the whiteboard.
I think he's foxing. I reckon you might see him line up for a cameo in the Premier League final tonight.
Ori Gasparini and Andy Cowan out there getting the boys G'd up.
And just some kudos for Andy Cowan and the Cowan family. Andy was a long-time president of the Woodville Hockey Club. His sister Jenny are absolute stalwarts of the Woodville Hockey Club. Could not do more for that club. And certainly the club owes a great debt of gratitude for their services over many, many years.
Good call, Marty. And I think there was a huge roar last week from the grandstand when I think either the M3 or M4 women got up for Woodville Hockey Club to win a Metro Grand Final. There is a lot of love for that club, a huge club with a great history. I know we both had fond memories playing down there.
How many years did you have, Jamie?
Actually, I think it was 10 years playing for Woodville, but great people, great club, and think about people like the 80 family who did a lot for the club, and Jerry Phillips. So, yeah, there's some people who had an influence on the shape of hockey in South Australia.
Absolutely. Woodville Hockey Club for many, many years was a thriving hockey club on the back of the Woodville High School, of which Jerry Phillips, part of this grandstand at the Pines is named after. Jerry Phillips was the deputy headmaster at Woodville High School, and in his time there he had 4 high school teams at Woodville High that went on to play for the club, producing Olympians, Australian hockey players, numerous state reps. He was Woodville Hockey Club himself, Jerry Phillips.
Absolutely, and let's not forget Seacliff, formerly Brighton Hockey Club, with their clay pitch down there. 3 of the 4 top grand finals today have a Seacliff team in it. I mean, they're a strong club, strong junior club, very strong senior club, lots of players, lots of great people doing things for the wider SA hockey community.
And what's unique, Jamie, about Seacliff is you've mentioned to the fact that they've drawn players from everywhere, but in particular the southern parts of South Australia. They have players that come up from Victor Harbour, players that come up from Aldinga. They've got that strong connection there with the southern regions of South Australian hockey.
Absolutely.
There's Grover with the ball.
So Andrew Searle Is he out there on the park at the moment?
Andrew Sell, there he is.
There
He's
he
running.
is.
He's got the orange shoes. He's got the beard.
Going into the left AM role.
He'll probably score the next goal. Now that you've mentioned his name, Jamie.
Ran Laurent looking to move laterally and goes backwards.
So Ran Laurent, I believe, is one of the Seacliff Dutch players to join them this year. They had a couple of Dutch players join them at the start of the season. And Ran has certainly been very impressive in this game. Has had a lot of the ball, set up a lot of their attack as well.
Lindsay Cliff playing his role over there at left back. Jameer was that? Sorry, Will Tuck over there at right back. I apologise.
Will Tuck, just a bit of history there. His dad, Rob Tuck, was a goalkeeper for Brighton and Seacliff for many, many years. Also a state junior. Had the pleasure of playing state under 21s with Rob many years ago. Another hockey dynasty there in the Tuck family. Father-son combination.
Hits a foot there for Harry Lewis. So Woodville still fighting this game out. They're going forward again.
They need to get the far post. Oh, great tackle, Courts. He is like the Rock of Gibraltar back there. Strong. Oh, good tackle. Porsche. Another solid tackle, Will Tuck. Grover comes through. Good composure there by Haig.
Ball sort of coughed up there.
Dangerous ball to Jervis. What's he going to do?
Pops it over cleverly.
Ball. Oh, well covered by Haig again. Nice infield to Kennewell.
It looks
Can
like
they find Bosley? Can they find Bosley? They need to find Bosley. There it is. Oh. Great ball by Bosley into the circle.
That was a good chase there.
There was a
young
great
Bosley.
chase by the big fella.
Son of Gary Bosley, club stalwart.
Absolutely. President of the club.
And here is a fast break. Jack Dowling goes down in a heavy physical clash, puts it back to Theo.
Just a comment there on Harry Lewis there. They shot on replay, not sure if they will, but Seacliff were caught getting that ball out of defence. Harry made a great lead to receive the ball midfield to set up that attack.
Good call.
Okay. Bosley starting to push up now.
Courts showing his class and composure. You know you're going pretty well as a club when you've got players from Poland and players from Holland and they're in your M1's team. There's the
unlucky
foot.
Christian, onto the foot.
They've certainly got some depth, Marty.
Oh, look, they certainly have, Dutchy. I think the Seacliff team would push a number of our Premier League teams. They were a very, very strong unit.
Well coached.
Well coached, but well connected as well. A lot of chemistry on the pitch. Lots of hard running for each other, on and off the ball. Very fit team. I think that's what's showing now, actually, Jamie, their fitness.
And I think the real difference has been both teams work without the ball. So when Woodville do have the ball, Seacliff have the run in the legs, the gut running to get into place, to be accountable for their opposite number, and also just to put pressure on the ball carrier. Whereas Woodville have really only had a solitary person in the press when Seacliff are trying to outlet. Seacliff in the left-hand corner at the scoreboard end, and it pops out to Deloro, who goes backwards to go forwards.
Here we go. Here's Woodville's chance. Counter. But once again, that pressure, as soon as they get the ball, one or two players onto them straight away.
Bosley parking himself right up on the top of the circle. Underwood goes laterally right. A slap across to Nemo, who just is a little bit sloppy with his basic skills.
But he's
there.
won the ball back. Well done, Nemo. Finds a pass wide on the left. Into the middle. Good skills there by, oh, not so much.
Deloro showing no pain
Gareth
there.
Arnold. Ooh. Well left by no legs Underwood there.
So with 10 minutes left to go, 6-2. Is that that is not quite correct? I think it's 6-1, Marty. Is that right?
That would. I think you're correct there, Jamie. I can't recall a second goal from Woodville.
And after a brief shower, we can see some blue skies, which should remain for the remainder of this game. And then we are into the Premier League Women's Grand Final between Adelaide Hockey Club and Port Adelaide Hockey Club, a repeat of last year. So stay tuned if you would like to watch some quality women's hockey.
Deloro, the right wing, lovely ball to Singh. Lovely ball to the captain in Searle, and free outside.
Long corner, Marty.
It's a long corner, but well set up there by Jackson Deloro. Just continue to keep that ball alive, Seacliff. There goes Singh, opportunist. Underwood. Well done there by the Woodville defender.
And great to see our spectators being observant about the scoreline. Thanks very much for that. Riley Taylor, one of our up-and-coming state female goalkeepers who's spotted the inaccuracy there. So hopefully Hockey
Woodward
USA are
pressing
all over
hard.
it. Yes, it's been fixed. Thank you, Riley.
Played. Oh. Just need a little bit of composure there, the Peckers. Keep hold of the ball.
So Jamia
Dowling
coming up to take the sideline free hit right on the halfway line. Brother of Catherine Dowling. Goes inboard.
Oh. Great skills.
Wow, size through the middle.
Okay,
Great run from Harry
they need to
Lewis.
find Bosley up high. That's a good ball, well-weighted pass to Bosley. Won the free. It was great vision there from Woodward to find Bosley there in the middle. Bosley only took off at the last second in the middle, could have gone to the sideline. Lovely ball into the circle. Searle, pick up Bosley. Woodward. Woodward from Woodville.
It was there.
Come on, Peckers.
Seven and a half minutes to go. There's still more hockey to be played in this game. Can Woodville fight this one out?
Gershwak needs a corner.
And there
it
is an open goal. Mason Hill went to ground, leaving the goal face open.
Back of the stick? Yes, it's a good call. Unfortunately for Sam Grover, it did look like back of the stick from here. In desperation, put the ball over the back line, but just the back edge of his stick, giving away the corner. Jamie, 6.5 minutes to go, 6-1 down. They slot this. Is there time for 4?
There is time.
Mathematically possible.
Stranger things have happened in sport. We've seen some remarkable comebacks this year, including in the cricket. But at this stage, Seacliff just have too much firepower across the field.
Great run out by the Seacliff defender, the first runner. That's a corner. Yep, they've earned their next corner. I'd like to see Bosley drag flick one into the air this time if he could. He did, of course, set up that first goal. But I'd like to see the powerhouse in action.
Double battery. Looks like Nemo shaping up for a flick, as is Bosley. Goes to battery 2. Oh, turns it into a hit. Beautiful composure there. Dowling to Dowling. To Deloro.
Oh, Hassan is free.
What
3
a
on
ball.
1. 3 on 1. It's a training drill here. Jervis. Great keeping by Bishop. Oh, great defence by Joe Haig. He has saved a certain goal there.
And a little bit of Prince Alfred College connection there. You know, you saw Deloro going long to Singh. You saw Jameer to Jack Dowling. There was some real connections there.
Deloro.
Fresh legs.
On a string. Oh, that should be... Yeah, free to Woodville. Well played, Gareth Arnold. And there it is, there's a loose play. Woodward, can he get it? He's chasing. No, just out of his reach. So 4.5 minutes to play in this fourth quarter. Seacliff up 6 goals to 1. Christian Underwood off for a break. Replaced by number 31, Martin. Sorry to viewers, I can't pronounce his surname, but I do know that he became an Australian citizen recently.
Boland picks up. Great skills.
Oh, he's still going.
Through traffic. He does not look 38 years of age, does he?
Oh, great pull in by Deloro. Oh, he's given away the ball though.
Bit sloppy.
Gareth Arnold needs to find a pass. There's a connection. They need to keep it here, Woodies. That's a free to Seacliff. Yep.
Walker, son of Jogger, being called off.
Not happy about it, Gareth. He said it hit his arm. Play on.
Singh again.
Oh, it's a fair tackle.
Big
Yeah,
stick
that's the card.
clashes.
Yeah, it was a strong contest. He knows it. Oh, he's been given the yellow.
And that's the end of the game.
That's the first yellow for the game.
It has been played in good spirits.
Has been played in good spirits. Grover. Corked. Plenty of space on the left side. Finds Tuck. Good tackle by Porsche. Looking for options. Cross to Martin on the far left. Ooh. Nearly tripped by the line there.
Woodville have
here we
not
go.
stopped.
Gareth Arnold, here he goes. Setting up the next attack. Can they find Bosley in the middle? They've got numbers, Woodville. They're pressing hard now. 2.5 minutes to play.
Nemo working up to the right side of the field on the 25. There is space out right if they have a look. Lift your eyes.
Redding. Finds a foot. Well played, Peter Redding. With Bosley. Needs to take it 5. Ooh.
Passionate supporters willing Woodville to get another goal.
Oh, so close. Great play there by the Packers. CP Singh coming on for Gareth Arnold. And probably the last interchange of the day. Cork Hawks out wide to Grover. Well covered by Reading, who's dropped back into the half-back line after a stint in the striker zone.
Boland again, looks inboard to Singh, who receives back to Boland on the baseline.
Great cover by Joe Haig.
Unselfish for a young player to pop it back for the 1-2.
Seacliff have got options.
Grover wide.
Overlapping left half at the minute. Looking dangerous. Number 18. Lindsay Clift. Oh, Clift's on. If he wants to go back to Clift, he's on. Ignores him. Goes to Singh.
And goes harmlessly across the back line. Coming up for a 16 again for Woodville. I've got to hand it to Woodville. They have not stopped trying.
They have not. And a great well done to Kennewell. He's earned the free.
Got to hand it to both umpires.
Oh, take that.
Both.
Apology there from Reading.
Yep.
But that would have hurt.
Bit of
Play
a stinger.
on. Oh, Hassan's loose in the circle.
Laurent Singh had lots of... There's still three Seacliff players
30
forward.
seconds go. 20 seconds. Turnover.
3 players. Seacliff have 3.
They've got to find the high ball.
There it is.
Bats. Right to left drag. Will it go in a corner? Finish. Toma. Save by Bishop.
Shot by Boland.
Singh's got 1 second to score. And that's it. That's time. That's time. Congratulations to the Seacliff Hockey Club. M1 Men's Premiers for 2019. In a convincing 6-1 win. Commiserations to the Peckers. But well done on getting to the final and all your efforts in this game.
Yeah, a great game between two great clubs. Ori Gasparini looking, you know, obviously not 100% happy with it, but in true Ori style, being gracious in defeat and recognising the efforts of Woodville to get to this grand final, Marty.
Absolutely, you can't deny that. A lot of positive signs for the club going forward. Didn't quite get across the line this time, but no doubt they're on the move.